Free Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia and all the political prisoners in Cuba now, including those of Venezuela, Nicaragua, North Korea, and China. We request their freedom as soon as possible. Donald Trump, please, we request the freedom of these people who have been kidnapped and are being tortured in these hellish prisons of Cuba for no reason, even though they're innocent. They're just denouncing and trying to help to seek the freedom of their country. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it's about. Repression of the freedom of expression. Now, like always, I'm going to go to one few-minute commercial for this friend of mine. Here we go again. These are the products he sells is an electric power by battery and a solar panel generator. It's not like the usual generator of gasoline where they can leak and you have to give them a lot of maintenance because they deal with gasoline and oil, which are contaminants. This is just no contaminants, just a battery operated with the backup of a solar power, which operates on solar power. This one, which is the cheapest one, there's one in the mill which lasts a lot longer, and there's the one that's a lot better, more expensive. And if you wish to know more about this product, you just have to call the person. The company's name is Dr. Tech, which is in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. I have the name of the person. Let me see if it shows down a little bit further down, but no, I don't get. I thought I had it here. I guess I forgot to put it in there. A lot of things. Some good and some not so good. But we conservatives, we have to struggle. It's a real big struggle to try to help us save our nation. Because the communists, we're the biggest prize. You know, they've taken over Cuba, they took over Venezuela, they took over Nicaragua, they took over North Korea, they took over Vietnam, they took over China. And, you know, they take over us. Oh, including in Spain, it's the Socialist Party, which they're communists, you know, and they're giving hell over there in Spain. They tried it once, it was no good. Then now the Spaniards voted again for socialism. Well, they're asking for it. I'm telling you, we have to wake up. We have to wake up. We have to let people know what's happening. I got some news here that's gonna wake up a lot of people. So you can share as much as you want from my page. You know, I'm going to inform, and anybody who likes, you know, you could just copy and share forward everything I present here. And in my blog, which is by my name, Eduardo Rodriguez, I pledge allegiance to the flag. And there you're going to see a lot of videos, a lot of information. Some of them, they last too long, so, you know, I can't afford to be bending over here with my arms and until pretty soon I'm going to receive a kind of a gooseneck phone holder, which will help me do a lot better and be able to put a lot of videos here, which take more time. Well, let me go with the news. Like I always start, excuse me, I got my allergy, but I want to keep on here. I don't care what happens with my allergy. But I'm just going to keep on here. I can't stop it. I'm going to start off like I always do, Islam. I got news from Israel. Let me say something. I got news from Israel before I start. Israel doesn't give no problems. The only thing they do is discover this, they do this, they plant flowers and fruits and they go around helping people, even the Muslim community. Even though Muslim people, I got it right here in the news. The only thing they do is good. Nothing bad, nothing terrorizing. The contrary. The Palestinians and all the rest of the Muslim world attacking Israel. Israel. We got to annihilate it. We got to annihilate it, including the United States. That's why we can't afford to let them in. I praise Israel a lot, but I don't know why they let these people into their society too. They even got Muslim police. I just, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't let them in. In my house, I wouldn't invite a Muslim in here. The contrary, if I see a Muslim coming towards here, I make sure I have a gun with me and take care of business, just in case. But I don't invite people like that here. I don't invite communists, and I don't invite Muslims. I don't want them even near my house. Well, this is in Canada. Canadians, they got this president, looks like a sissy. Oh, no, wait a minute. This is not in Canada. Excuse me. This is in Paterson, New Jersey, which is even worse. In our homeland, Paterson, New Jersey. Listen to this one. First Muslim police chief in U.S. is sworn on the Quran. Whenever this kind of thing comes up, there is no discussion of what the Quran actually says. It calls for warfare against and the subjugation of unbelievers. Second-class status for women. Not only second, I would say fourth and fifth status. Worse than the status of a dog. Status for women. Well, I finished off with the women, and hatred of Jews and more. It's more. So of course, of action for Paterson officials to take, at very least, a public discussion should take place. The idea that one cannot even raise questions about the wisdom of oath taken on the Quran is in line with the left's sinister and increasingly open authoritarianism, but it is not in line with the American principle of free inquiry. First Muslim chief in U.S. city sworn with hand on Quran by Safa. These people are stupid. I mean, it's not. What? New Jersey's going to feel the wrath. Wait a minute, what this? The people of Paterson, New Jersey, pretty soon, you're going to feel the wrath. When they start cutting people's head off, when they start mutilating people, when they start acid attacks, when they start whipping women and whipping people, what you going to do? Oh, it wasn't my fault. You voted for them? Yeah. Well, enjoy it. The people, it's stupid, incredibly stupid. You can't believe it. These people shouldn't even be allowed. And now they swore in a chief police on the Quran, a Muslim chief police. What a piece of shit. I'm terrible. Oh my God! And they keep the roaches. They keep introducing themselves. They keep introducing, and we're here introducing more. They keep infiltrating, like roaches. Their intention is to invade us and conquer us, and with the help of stupid liberals. And then you talk with a liberal, oh, that's a religion of peace. And you tell them, have you read Jihad Watch? Have you seen what's happening in the Middle East? of what's happened in Europe with the invasion of Muslims? No, but the only thing I know, they're a religion of peace. Muslim who attacked 64-year-old woman with hammer and killed her now faces terror charges. We'll probably let him go anyway because, to get to a point, it's just unbearable. Killed a 64-year-old woman in Toronto on February the 21st. Let me see if they have the face of the perp. There he goes. Yeah, it's right here. This is the perp. If there any patriot movement in Canada that can deal with this guy the same way he dealt with the old lady, with the 64-year-old lady, there's his face. See if you can find him and you can deal with him. Since the justice system doesn't work in Canada. Look at him right there. You can see him right there. Look at his face. Remember that face. Do upon him the same way he did upon the old lady. The same way. This is from the Religion of Peace, like I always put down. This is on Australia. Muslima writes from prison, a Muslima writes from prison about beautiful beheadings of infidels. Is set free. She's set free. She says this and she's set free. I got the face of her right here. Look at this. What a face. This is the Miss Universe, Islamic Universe. You know, in the Old Testament of the Bible, it said that they would attack these tribes that would threaten Israel, and they would decapitate these tribes that would threaten Israel. Why don't we impose that again? Why don't we use the Old Testament against these people? Use the same method. Oh, you beheaded one of ours, let's behead one of yours. You behead one, well, let's behead 10. Oh, you behead 30 Christians, let's behead 1,000 Muslims. Just like in the Old Testament. That's the way it should be done. What, I'm a racist now? I'm Islamophobic? You're damn right I am. You're gonna deal deal that way with me, with the Christian world. Let's do the same way with you. The Old Testament allow it. Why we're not using the Old Testament anymore? It says it in the Old Testament. Even use stoning. You could use stoning against them too. Oh, you're a Muslim? You're not a Christian? Are you gonna denounce your faith and convert it to Christianity? No. Okay, let's stone her. It says in the Old Testament. They did in the Old Testament. Let's do the same thing to them. They attack us. They murder people of our faith. What we're gonna do? We're gonna let them annihilate us all? Let's do the same thing to them. Let's use the Old Testament. I agree with it. It's stupid not to do it because it says in the Old Testament. Or we don't believe in the Old Testament. We're gonna eliminate and discard the Old Testament now. Okay. Listen to Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. Too late for Trump admin to stem coronavirus. Coronaviruses, excuse me, coronavirus outbreak, says Pelosi. Too late for Trump admin to stem coronavirus. She acts like she can do it. If she can do it, why don't she do it? And then she said, well, you should vote for me because, look, I eliminated the coronavirus. But she speaks a lot. She could speak a lot of garbage, but she doesn't do anything. And she can't do anything. She can't do anything. And she won't do anything, period. But she wants Trump to do something that, according to what that's coming out, was created in the laboratories of China against the free world. So if she can do it, why stop? Why don't you stop talking, Pelosi, and do it? Eliminate it, then you'll probably be a hero. A hero. Oh, she saved the nation. And then you can start talking about your candidacy, which still nobody, I think, will believe you, because now you sided with the communists. And I'm going to prove it in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to prove that point. Biden campaign admits former vice president was never arrested in South Africa. Joe Biden's campaign has finally admitted that the former vice president was never arrested while trying to visit Nelson Mandela in South Africa. So he lied. He was separated from his party at the airport. Kate Budenfield told reporters after Tuesday night's Democratic debate, the New York Times reports. It was a separation. He was not allowed to go through the same door that the rest of the party he was with. Obviously, it was apartheid South Africa. There was a white door. There was a black door. He did not want to go through the white door and have the rest of the party go through the black door. He was separated. This was during the trip while they were there in Johannesburg. Well, that explains the confusion. He went through, he went, didn't want to go. I don't know, I can't understand this one. But let me read it anyway. I'm going to read it the way it says it here. He didn't want to go through the white door while the rest of the delegation, I wonder who wrote this crap, delegation went through the black door. Makes perfect sense. Easy to see how that can be confused with being handcuffed and arrested. You know, with those two doors and all. Let me show that you can read a little bit, see if I'm the one who's just wrong, or is that whoever wrote this kind of like didn't know how to read right. Let me go forward. Now this goes for Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar ignores reporter asking about her fraudulent marriage to her brother. Here we go again. I think there's a video here where they're asking her questions. She keeps on walking. She doesn't want to answer, which makes her even look more guilty. No, wait a minute. There's a video. Wait a minute. There's supposed to be a video here. Let me see. There's a video somewhere here. Oh, okay. There's a video here. Oh, there she is. Oh my God. For some reason, this here wants to mess with me today, and I want to. Okay, doesn't want to let me hear the audio. For some reason, okay. Ringtone notification. I don't know what happened today. No, now I don't want to get audio here. Okay. No audio. Okay. So I did something here that just, well, let me keep on going. My luck today. You can see there's a video right here. She's walking here. They're following her, and she just don't want to answer the press. There you go. The press is following her and questioning her about her deal with marrying her brother and the fraud committed. This lady should be arrested. I don't know what kind of power she yields that she's not they can't touch her. She should be arrested together with the guy that's following her with her. They should all both of them be arrested immediately and deported. These people have some kind of power, and who's permitting that? Who's giving them that power, where they can just get away with with crime? They can violate our laws and get away with it. There's no problem. And then she smiles like, well, you can't do nothing to me. And she knows it too. They know it. And our system is doing that. She's getting away with murder. She can violate the law, but we can't. If we go to their country, the Muslim country, we're decapitated. She violates the law. She walks around nice and happy. We're letting her get away with murder. I gotta check out and see what I did here. That don't have no audio now. I didn't touch anything. I didn't eliminate the audio, but I don't know what happened. So let me go on, because I know I'm gonna crack up here trying to get the audio. Okay, let me see. No, I lost the. Okay, let me see what happened here. These phones, they're great. They're a hell of a tool. But if you make one little mistake, or you touch in the wrong place, or you do something, I don't know what the hell I did, the audio goes away, or it's just so sensible. For any little thing you do wrong here, touch wrong, it'll just go off on you. Okay, I'm back. Let me see. Okay, this is the proof I was telling you about Pelosi, the Democrat Party being now the Communist Party. It's officially Communist Party. Whoever the nominee is, we will embrace enthusiastically. That's what Nancy Pelosi signaled support for Marxist idiot Bernie Sanders for president. Right here. There you go. And there it says it. She doesn't care if it's a communist. She's gonna embrace the person with enthusiasm. So that means they're communists now. Because if you support a communist, what that makes you? That makes you a conservative. It makes you a communist. It doesn't make you a Democrat either. It makes you a communist. That's Pelosi. It came out of her mouth. This witch, this evil witch from hell. She's an evil witch. That's all she's proving, how evil she is. Yeah, she walks around. Oh yeah, we're gonna embrace it, whoever it is. I can't figure out what the hell I did here. I cannot figure out. Well, there she is. She's walking. That's the video. I have no audio. I touched something which I don't know what the hell it was, and now I have no audio. There you go. I'm going to sit down a little while and find out. This comes from Marco Rubio on Bernie Sanders. He's actually not a socialist. He's a Marxist. And that's true. Bernie Sanders is not a socialist. He's a Marxist. He's a communist. He's a flat-out communist. Senator Marco Rubio took issue with the socialist label for his colleague, Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont, a candidate for the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. There's a video here, but like I said, I got no audio, no matter what I do here. Got no audio. I'm screwed here. Well, I gotta find out what happened. Oh, we got some good news. Court rules that Trump can withhold funds to states that have sanctuary cities. Good. That's what you got to do. Cut their funds. No more money. If you want to permit illegals and criminals from coming into the state and taking over, you don't get no funds now. Now what? No money. I love it. Marxist Bernie Sanders promotes Cuban healthcare. Filthy institution, not even pigs would enter. With photos. They got photos here. And it's worse. You're gonna see part of it, but it's worse. Let me show you the pictures. This is part of the picture. It's worse. I'm telling you because I deal with that news from Cuba, and it's even worse. I'm going to show you the photos here. Okay. Now I didn't touch anything, and now it's going to give me another pain in the ass here. Okay. There you go. Look at that. The toilet bowl all filthy with urine, and then there's a guy who looks like he's ready to die. You know, the service is terrible there. That's for the people. If it's the tourists,